The sky over Avalora darkened with more than just storm clouds. Long shadows spilled from the towering cliffs above the Valley of Winds, casting the once vibrant city in a hush that felt unnatural. Smoke curled from the chimneys of the stone citadel, but within, all was not well. King Darvian, tall, regal, and once known for his justice, had turned. It began with fear, then pride, then fire. Burn it all, Darvian had commanded just days earlier, eyes cold as river ice. If the seers refused to reveal the prophecy, let their scrolls turn to ash. And so the Library of the Word, the last great bastion of the ancient scrolls, now lay in ruins. Only one survived who dared to speak the truth. His name was Neil, an elder with silver-threaded hair and a quiet voice that carried weight like mountain stone. Neil stood before the throne. The court was silent, the guards nervous. No one defied the king, none but Neil. "You have rejected the word of the Lord, Darvian," Neil said, lifting a staff that pulsed faintly with blue light, "and so he has rejected you as king of Navarah." Gasps rippled through the court like wind across grain. Darvian laughed, slow and hard, rising from his throne in his crimson cloak. "I was chosen, anointed. You speak rebellion." "I speak what the Lord has spoken," Neil replied calmly. "Another has been chosen, a heart after his own." Darvian stepped forward, fury blooming in his voice. "Who is this phantom heir? Show him. Bring him forth so I may crush him myself." But Neil simply turned and walked away, unafraid. Far from the stone towers and echoing halls of Avalora, beyond the vineyards and craggy hills of the region called Har Elah, a boy named Caleb led his sheep across the twilight ridge. His cloak was patched, his shoes worn, and his smile full of the kind of joy that couldn't be faked. He sang as he walked, a song his mother taught him, ancient and sweet. "The Lord is my shepherd. I have all that I need." He tapped his shepherd's flute, and the wind seemed to carry the tune across the canyon. A small lamb bleated beside him, caught in a thicket of silverbrush. Caleb bent low, whispered kindly, and gently untangled it. The lamb nestled into his arms. From the ridge above, 3 figures watched. Neil stood still, his eyes misty. "There," he said softly, "the boy." Beside him stood Ashton, a tall, strong lad with a sword strapped to his back. Loyal, thoughtful, and already a friend to Caleb, though they had met only once at a seasonal gathering. And Chloe, Neil's granddaughter, leaned on her staff, wind tugging at her sea-blue scarf. She was sharp-eyed and brave, known to read the winds as well as any map. She'd insisted on coming, though Neil had warned this journey might mark the beginning of something too great to turn from. Caleb looked up just as the 3 approached. "Neil?" he said, recognizing the elder's robes. "Why are you here?" "To anoint a king," Neil said, pulling a small horn of oil from beneath his cloak. Caleb blinked. "A king? But I'm just a shepherd." Neil smiled. "So was Moses, so was David. And the Lord said to me, 'People judge by outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart.'" He stepped forward, dipped his fingers in the oil, and touched Caleb's forehead. The scent of myrrh and cedar filled the air. The wind stilled. Even the lamb grew quiet. A shimmer passed through Caleb like sunlight through water. "Today," Neil whispered, "the true king of Navarah has been chosen." That night, under a sky thick with stars, Caleb sat by the fire with Chloe and Ashton. "I don't feel any different," he admitted. "You don't have to feel different to be chosen," Chloe replied. "The calling changes the world, not just your feelings." Ashton poked the fire with a stick. "If Darvian finds out, he'll hunt us. We need to train. Prepare. Learn everything we can before the storm comes." Caleb looked at them both. "Will you stay, even if the road gets dangerous?" "Always," Chloe said. "To the end," Ashton added. They clasped hands beneath the stars. But far away, in the citadel of Avalora, a raven landed on Darvian's windowsill. Its eyes shimmered green. A scroll was tied to its leg, written not by human hand, but by something darker. The king unrolled it, read the single word written in flame. Caleb. In the weeks that followed, Caleb trained. Neil taught him how to listen, not with ears only, but with the heart. Ashton sparred with him, teaching the ways of sword and shield. Chloe charted the stars, learning to guide them to places where the word still whispered. One dawn, a breathless villager arrived. "Please, you have to come. The Shadow Raiders have taken Marin Hollow. My family, they were reading the old scrolls when the raiders came. They say Darvian sent them." Caleb stood, gripping his staff. "Then we'll go." Neil placed a hand on his shoulder. "Remember this, Caleb. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1 verse 9. The wind shifted, and so began the first mission of the new king, still a boy, but already a shepherd of hearts.
Caleb has just been anointed, but now his first mission begins. The Shadow Raiders are marching toward Marin Hollow. Should Caleb and his friends A. Take the secret forest path to Marin Hollow, hoping to avoid the patrols? Or B. Confront the raiders directly at the old stone bridge before they reach the village? What happens next is up to you. Choose A or B. Cast your vote in the comments.